Hello and welcome back to Let's Try. We're trying something a bit more robust today. This is Sailing Era. This is I don't know, it's a sailing game. It's like it's basically a sandbox kind of open world where you roam from city to city and trade, do quests, go on bounty hunting missions, go on expeditions. It pretty much checks every box that you could hope for in a game like this. It does some of it badly in really just an interface in like tutorialism way, but I'm gonna fault it too hard for that. I know there's a kind of a language barrier going on here, just a little bit. But I've been playing this game for like 5 or 6 hours and really enjoying my time with it. And we've got some story, which is actually getting rarer and rarer. So we'll go through it. This is Andrew. This is one of the 4 playable characters, by the way. They all start in different parts of the world and also have like very distinct play styles, as well as like their own campaigns. There's a lot of game here, by the way. It's about time to go see the governor of Goa again. Oh, okay. We gotta go see the governor of Goa. Okay, we'll do that. We're in chapter 3. Chapter 1 was basically a tutorial. Chapter 2 had me doing a lot of exploration and mapping out the world. We can see this. I've been traveling around Africa, and like you can see, it's like we have a large portion of the actual explorable world, and it does feel quite large, and there are quite a lot of cities, and they all have like they're all in their own kind of cultural spheres, which affects their trade market. And yes, that does actually have like an actual effect on like how you make money in this game. There's a lot going on, and I appreciate it. You're finally here. Governor, has there been any communication from the palace? Andrew, it's like this. Since the first Duke of Goa conquered this land, the other nations coveted what we have, especially the pagan nations. But there lies a prosperous Christian nation in the lands. Oops. We'll see it later. Hold on. Maybe we can see it now. Lies a prosperous Christian nation in the lands of the east, and they've kept the pagans at bay. A variety of rare beasts roam these lands, and gems and gold are buried everywhere. And their sovereign was a kind and upright priest who led the mightiest army. It's the legend of Prester John. My lord, let's get to the point. Oh, he has come all the way to Goa from Lisbon just to give you a glorious mission, Andrew. The nautical chart isn't bad. The king is very pleased, but I'm here because there's something else we need you to investigate. The palace commissioned a fleet to search the east for the nation of Prester John, but they vanished. We've conducted extensive research on the matter, regardless of whether they defected or had a mishap on the ocean. We hope that you will find out the truth of the matter. If you can accept this mission and locate the nation of Prester John, then you'll be a hero of Portugal. A fleet? Do you know where that fleet was last seen? Then, based on the last letter we received, the captain set sail from Lisbon and went along the west coast of Africa. We received no further news from them after that. I see. Leave it to me. Okay. We can take bounty hunting missions here, and apparently I've already taken one. It tells you vaguely where the person is. This is one of those things I'm not a huge fan of, but I guess, you know, like some people will actually appreciate this, is when you do take a mission like this, it really doesn't give you a good idea of where you're gonna find this person. You do have to actually like search for them. So we know they're in the Persian Gulf. We know why they're wanted, but who cares? And that's about it. They're in the Persian Gulf. So if we go to our map, we got more story. Hold on. There's a lot of story here, and unfortunately I've started this video at the beginning of a chapter, so we're getting like, you know, the most story dense part of the game, which is fine. I guess I want to highlight that there is a story and there is actual story progression in this game, but I don't want to give you the idea that it is only this and then it's like a visual novel. I think we're going out in search of Pedro's fleet. I worked with him once and got to know him. He's a loyal person who would absolutely not choose to defect for some treasure. Could he have been shipwrecked and trapped somewhere, or perhaps he was taken captive by a hostile ship? Okay. That's one of my crewmates. Not really crewmates, really like partners. We can check out the trade center, and we always should. Basically, you should always check the trade center when you find yourself in a new city. You can view the trade in this game either as like static prices, or you can switch to like how much they're worth on an average. This is the view I think you're always going to want to look at. You can always look at the buying price when you're looking like in the center screen there. It tells you right there. So I mean, if you are like, if we're looking at like 73% and it's 639, then it's probably not worth very much. I guess iron ore is pretty good. There's some good quality of life features here. I can like select all of one item and then just buy it all. Oh, right, that's right. I was going full goods in my ship, so let's go ahead and change that. This will sort of conveniently lead me to explaining some of the more granular parts of the game, because there are some. So we're going to go to the pier warehouse, and we're going to allocate cabin. This is going to allow us to kind of change the ratio of how much goods we have to how much like supplies. You can see it right there. What that really means is supplies is how long we can travel for before we have to take a pit stop, and goods is how much cargo hold we have reserved for trading. 6 to 10 is a pretty good ratio if you want to, you know, like generally speaking, like 9 is like the most of one item that you generally have to carry. But we are also going to be working towards a bigger ship, so you know, things like this is, you know, you're not going to really want to read too much into it. Go back to the trade center, and we'll go back and buy all of this iron. And I think that's 1 2 3 4, I think that's actually 10. Yeah, okay, so I missed the mark slightly, but that's fine. You can see how much money I have. I've made much more money doing like treasure finding than anything else, which I think is maybe a small flaw in the game. I wish that trade felt more worth it, but it's not a big deal. All right, so now we're going to be traveling to the east, I suppose. We've got some goods. We can do some exploration. This is the auto sale screen. The only way you can like really make use of this is if whenever you go to a prosperous place, like for instance Mozambique, which we are going to go there right now just to sell our goods. If they have an item or equipment or bookstore, like marketplace basically, then you can buy a trade route, or just a route really. This is going to like really speed up how like quickly you move from place to place. It's basically your fast travel, but you don't go anywhere instantaneously in this game. It is literally just traveling fast. So this is about twice as fast as we generally travel on a good day, and it's even it is slightly dictated by our wind. Right now we can see the wind is traveling south. I see that on the mini map. The clouds kind of indicate what direction the wind is traveling in, and yeah, so we can even go like faster than this if we're traveling with the wind. I do wish that it was I don't know, the sailing was a little bit more realistic, because it like you really have to be traveling directly with the wind in order to be going the fastest, and as I understand it, that's not generally the case, but I can't say I'm an expert on the subject. So supply is running out. Sure to continue auto sell. Yeah, sure. You can run out of food, and that is a problem. In fact, it can even like, you know, you hit like basically a game over, but it's not the end of the world. Crew is exhausted. We should rest at the port. Yeah, and we will. We're going to Mozambique right here. Yeah, I won't lie, that was pretty close. That was almost a death, but it's not a big deal. Once you hit a like a rest point or city of any kind, and we can see, yeah, this is like big time money. So we'll just sell all of that, and we can see how much we profited. And this doesn't just give us money, it also gives us experience and contributes to the town. So all of that is pretty good. I guess I wanted to just like highlight what trading looks like in this game, or what it can look like. And also look at the market survey and like what this town is specifically looking for or paying more for. If we could get agate, that would be amazing. Glass ball would also be amazing, because you know, that's 143% of a highly valued commodity like glass ball or velvet is quite nice. So like something we can do is if we have knowledge of that good, then we could go to our knowledge and then we can hit goods over here, and then we can look through this. I wish this was a little bit better. Maybe it can be a bit better. Let's see, like gemstone maybe. Yeah, okay, so we can find agate, and then we can see the origins. There are St. George and Mozambique. So there's really only two places I know of that sell agate, or really even deal with agate. Do we have agate here? Oh yeah, they literally sell agate. Okay. So if I look at the map and try and find St. George, and this is again one of those things where I wish the game was a little bit better. Like I could just click on St. George and it would show it to me on the map. That would be kind of amazing. But instead I have to kind of hunt for it. Maybe that's just, I can blame my poor or ignorant, geography. Because maybe it should be a lot easier to find if I know where it is. And I'm gonna give up on it. Instead, we're just gonna go and find a landmark. This is another kind of aspect. I've picked Andrew, which is he's the Portuguese sailor, and he's the explorer. So we do a lot of exploring, a lot of like filling in the map. Though to be fair, you're going to be filling in the map no matter which character you pick, because you're not going to be able to trade unless you visit like all of the towns, and you're not going to be able to bounty hunt unless you have a good idea or understanding of locations. Okay, here's our discovery. We discovered sawfish, so that's a discovery that we can now sell, and we also gained a bunch of experience. We'll talk about experience and leveling up as well. You might notice I do have a fleet of 2 ships. We can kind of get into that. There's quite a lot of like very granular systems when it comes to both your ship construction as well as your crew assignment, because you'll have different characters. We can go here. We'll see if we can hire a new character here. So they don't have any mercenable seafarers, unfortunately, but we would like to get some more of those as well. But let's look at leveling up. Leveling up is a little strange in this game. You get experience for basically everything you do: trading, ship combat, discovering a new city, landmarks, expeditions, and anything you can think of, you get some experience for it. And this experience goes into a pool. Every character you have can take from that pool to level up. So you can see I've put all of my points into Andrew. He's level 46, and that's not favoritism. He actually has a perk that makes leveling up other characters cheaper if they are lower level than him. So it's actually a smart idea to level him up a lot. Then meanwhile, here, O'Whirley here, he's only like 490 experience to level up once, or we can do 10 levels. Let's do 10 levels for him. As they level up, they'll gain new perks and skill points. The perks are kind of like you can find out by going into their character screen when their perks will kind of pop off, but you don't know what they are necessarily, so they're kind of fun little like discoveries. But if you want the skill points, then you're gonna have to level them up quite a lot. So we leveled them up 10 times. He got a skill point. Well, let's look at the skill point. You can see the stats. There's a lot of stats. It looks intimidating at first. It's really not that bad. There's only a few skills you should really care about, and to be fair, you should only consider leveling up the skills that a character is already good with. So I don't know, I guess there's no way to look at the skill screen, but you can see the skills on the right there. For Andrew, I've put a lot of points into leadership because that's what he was good at, and he's also kind of the main character and captain. So leadership is good. It affects some things. I can't tell you what those things are, unfortunately. It's one of those things that if I could look at the thing, then I could tell you maybe. But it affects some like minor statistical things. I think leadership might actually affect the morale of your crew. So, you know, there's that. Oh, wait, hold on. Skill issue. Oh, it's a skill issue. Skill info. There you go. If every skill level the cabin character increases sailor morale by a cap by 3%, companionship captain increases the probability of salvo. So there you go. Some of these are obvious, some of them are not. Things like culinary, I mean, it affects the stat, but there's also certain things in the world that are gated behind these. Like you'll have to like translate words in books and stuff, and like figure out stuff in expeditions, and all of those things are going to be gated behind these skills. So it's like I can't get past this door unless I have like certain amount of humanities or something like that. So those are important. Then this is our second captain, William. You can see he has good sail control. Probably, I mean, it improves the ship speed. We should probably, I wonder if the whole fleet is dictated by the ship speed of the person in front. I'm not sure. Steering is apparently not very important. I've been looking at some guides that kind of break down which ones are important and which ones are not. Things like geography and biology are important for interpreting. You can see they're interpreting keywords of books. And we can also see he has some other perks at the bottom there, or specialties. I've unlocked one. British climate increases the trade profits and contribution in the British cultural sphere. Okay, so we're not in the British cultural sphere, so unfortunately that is not being used, but we could possibly earn a new one if we do some trade 50 oil paintings. So let's go back to our goods and see if we can't do that. Artware, oil paintings. We only know of one, and it's in Genoa. I know where Genoa is. Genoa is kind of where I came from. So let's have a quick look. I don't know if there's a faster way to scroll. I kind of wish there was. I know Genoa is over here. There's Genoa. I've actually marked it. So it's way, way over there. We can go check that out. I mean, like, there's a bunch of things that I should do. I wonder if this is like our bounty. This is one of those things I kind of wish that the quests were a bit better, like, outlined. So we have some bounty quests. Well, I guess one way of checking that is like, where is it? What sea is this? Difficult to tell because I haven't uncovered the part of the map that has the name of the sea on it, which is kind of goofy, but you know, it is what it is. All right, let's go back to our pier warehouse, and we're gonna go ahead and allocate cabin, and we're gonna go back to having more supplies that we can travel farther. Fortunately, I found some gold leaf, which gave me a lot of money, and I don't have to worry too much about like living trade to trade. Actually, let's go back in the port. I'm gonna auto sail as far as I can. Sometimes you have to hit that button a second time. I find this screen to be a little bit strange because it's like, why can't it go here? I don't know. It's not because this is covered by map, by the way. It might be because there's a town in the middle there that I haven't visited. I noticed the line is heading towards the coast, but I don't have the town there, so we'll see. Maybe there's another town that I haven't hit, which is strange because my last quest was to visit like all of the ports in Africa, all the way to Goa, from Lisbon to Goa, and that was like the whole point of that chapter. So if I'm missing a city, it's a little bit strange. So this place is very prosperous. One thing you can always be sure of is that a prosperous place will not have good prices. You can see there 126% and 146. We're not buying anything there. So very, but you should always look at the trade. You know, I've forgotten a couple times, so you always want to look at the trade. Looking at the marketplace of a place basically gives you the knowledge of what that place sells, and it also gives you kind of a permanent status of like knowing the prices of that market. So yeah, we did miss a spot here. Dang. Okay, well it's raining and storming, so we definitely want to stop somewhere, otherwise our ship will get damaged. Oh, we've got a quest here. Oh, these guys always tell you clues where some treasure is. Let's just go ahead. 6,000. That's actually cheap. They're generally 9,000. I always buy them because I have enough money. I don't have to worry about it too much. We can have a look at stuff here. I don't think I have it. Oh, I have a thing. Hold on. What is this? Showing the new Europe-India route. I wonder if I should be using that. Oh, these are sailor bandanas. These are very good to buy. Ship sail control is actually quite good. It increases our speed. Let's go ahead and buy those. The more people we have wearing that, the better. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in this game. I mean, like, characters have equipment, for one thing. They can only equip 4 things. Andrew's already got a bandana, so that's good. Part of my issue is that the only guide I could really find was a speedrunning guide, so it's affected my what I'm trying to do or what I'm trying to accomplish now. So yeah, I am looking for things that make me travel faster. So we have our bag of equipment here. What can we use this? Apparently we can. So now we've unlocked the route from Lisbon to Goa. So now we should be able to fast travel all the way back to Goa, or sorry, Lisbon. However, I will say that we shouldn't do that all in one go, so we can like set a route there, and this is doing like continuous, and it looks like there's another port that I missed there. So let's just do these, and then that means that our character or our ship will like pick up some supplies in one town before they continue. But yeah, it's a chill game. I like trading in it. You can also do like trade contracts where like a town is like, oh, we want 25 iron ore, please go and get some. And obviously, like, I can't carry 25 iron ore, so you have to go and, you know, bring some back and put it in the storage. And so, you know, those are pretty fun. If you know like where to get iron ore very cheaply, then it can really like improve your pricing. Combat in this game is a little bit funky. If I cross paths with a pirate, I'll go into it. I think my only complaint with this game is how you control the ship. The way you control the ship in this game is via, like, I don't know how to put it. Left is left and up is up. Oh, we have a pirate. They met up with us. Okay, so let's unfurl our sails, and we're gonna switch our guns so that it's on our right side. Our other ship will help. Don't worry about that, even if they're choosing not to right now. And we also have 2 front-facing cannons that are grape shots, and those will hit the sailors. They'll actually affect the people. But you can see the little arrow I have around the compass. That is the direction I'm pointing in on the controller, and I found that the controller is kind of the best way to you know, manage ship control, and I don't like that. I really wish that basically A was left and D was like right, and how you steer the ship. I wish you would steer the ship and not like direct the ship, if that makes sense. Because no matter what, I always feel a little bit confused. I'm not sure. Like, you can run into problems where you're trying to go in the opposite direction and your ship is turning the wrong way because, you know, it gets tricky. So unfortunately, I'm kind of using my other ship as like bait while I pepper it. We can also, if we get close enough, we can do like, you'll see those cross swords. That means that we're actually like fighting their sailors. There is like actual on deck ship combat, which is strange. It kind of works like an advanced war situation where like you don't necessarily have full control over things. I haven't dealt with it too much yet to really have a firm understanding of how it works. But we won. We got some gold, some wine. Oh, we don't have enough cargo space. We do have whiskey. Maybe I should drop something in favor of the whiskey. Okay, hold on. I wonder, I actually don't know if we can drop stuff. Oh, we can. Yeah, we totally can. Let's drop some of that and we'll pick up the whiskey. What do you mean? Oh, I guess it's because we still dictated. We've still, I've dictated how much cargo space there is, and there is none. So I guess there's a lesson learned, y'all. You should always leave a little bit of cargo space. But you know, I have two modes when I play this game. I have, you know, travel far and fast, and doing trade. Oh, we got a mission here. Workers relax and start pointing at a ship setting sail from the pier. Goodness, that ship is fast and can go a few knots faster if it sails at full speed with an empty cargo hold. It's not that fast. I've seen a sailing ship that was practically flying on the water. I think its name was the Clipper. I've never heard of it. Where is it from? It's from the New World. Speed doesn't mean anything. It all depends on the ship's load. Ah. Okay. There's a couple of different ways you can like build and manage a ship. Actually, I wonder if this place is a good place to talk about that. Oh, there's a black market, but there's no shipyard. Still, we can have a look at the black market. Nothing. Okay, that's fine. Oh, we want to go back to auto sailing. We want to find a shipyard so that we can repair our ship. Makes sense. Want to go find that that missing port so that I can complete my route. So I have fast travel from Lisbon to Goa. Yeah, our second ship got really hurt there. I have actually lost a ship in this game, and it does suck. The game's very unapologetic about it. You just lose it, it's gone. There's like, you know, hope that you can maybe salvage it or like bring it back, but that's not guaranteed, and so you can just like lose the ship. That being said, once you start getting into the gameplay loop of this a little bit and start doing some hefty trades, start bringing in some like big bounties, then you don't have to worry about money as much, and you can repair your ship with relative comfort. Just double check always gotta check the market. Always check the market. All right, so we'll set sail. There was a sailing animation every time I would leave town or city, which is a lot in this game. You do a lot of entering cities and towns and then leaving them again, and it would play this animation, and the animation was kind of jank to begin with, but I really appreciate that there's an option to turn it off. And I'm really telling that to anyone who feels like considers buying this game and then doesn't understand why there's an animation playing every time. There's an option to turn it off, so don't, you know, have no fear. I appreciate things like that. I just wish that there was a way to change it from like directional to steering. All right, let's see if we can sneak through this. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. Okay, we lost a little bit of speed. Where's our... Okay, we're coming up to that town that I missed. You don't know how I can tell, by the way, if there's lines heading towards the coast but no port, it means there's a port there that I failed to discover. There it is. Benin. Is that how you say that? I really hope it is. Portuguese captain brought a bunch of wood carvings earlier, yet those traveling merchants were worried that they wouldn't sell. Do you think those things might be really valuable in Europe? No, that's a nice little tip. Maybe we can check out the trade center and see if they've got some wood carvings. Well, they don't, but they do have some pretty good prices on things like wheat. I think I'll do charcoal since it's probably the most valuable good here. Oh, so let's. I guess we're in not goods mode, but like supplies mode. So I'll have to switch back, and I don't really want to do that just yet. Oh, did we have a? We don't have a shipyard still. Okay. But we did get complete our line here. There's still something missing because I can't reach some of these other places just yet. But still, we can get pretty far. We can get to Cape Verde. Let's go ahead and do that. And this is kind of the game. If you think this is boring, then well, give me a second. Sorry about that. Yeah, I mean, like if you're not finding this to be super engaging, I mean, there is a storyline and you do progress through it. You will earn more ships. You can even build more ships. Let's see if we can get some more. Yeah, let's get some more sailors. They do cost per month, so they are quite expensive, but you know, it's worth it. Let's I will talk a little bit about sailor positioning, I guess is the best way I can put that. So we can take this person and we can put them on, well, we'll put these guys on the deck. They will take priority in hand-to-hand combat and replace the captain during duels. So that's that. Surveyor, we should probably have Joyce on surveyor. I don't know why I have her on lookout right now. Joyce is our like cartographer and mapper. So let's just make sure we have all of our positions filled, and we do. And so yeah, this is kind of like an almost like semi-XCOM style of thing where, like, you know, you'll have, I guess I shouldn't say XCOM, more like, I guess maybe more like oh god, I actually don't know what to, FTL, I suppose, in a way. I mean, once you have a unit in each room, the boat will benefit from that. Depending on how good their stats are, it will benefit that position more, is really the easiest way to put that. Look at our dock. This is our units. We don't have anything in the pier warehouse here. We can reallocate slightly, and we probably should. Let's leave room for 3 goods at the very least. Have a look at the market. Oh yeah, there's some good stuff here. Coconuts. I feel like the salt is worth more. I always press the wrong button there. We'll buy 3 salt, sure, why not? And then we'll head back. We're still going to Lisbon here. I guess the best we're gonna do is Las Palmas. And I'll cancel it before we get to our destination so that we can do a little bit of exploration, just so we can get the benefit. Yeah, look at that, almost 8 knots. Did it say the ship's aging? Because, so here's a weird interface thing. If you want to look at a ship, you have to hold the button down. And when I say look at a ship, I mean like, oh, it's a pirate ship. Let's have a look at how difficult they are. Yeah, I mean, just looking at a pirate ship does not give you an idea of how tough they are. You know, they ate a bowl of nails for breakfast, you know? So like, I think it's a little bit weird. I kind of wish it would just have like a little marker above them that, you know, made it easier to kind of read, like if an enemy is far more fearsome than you. You can run from combat. Another little quip I have with this game, or qualm, I'm not a huge fan of this, is the intelligence of your allies is not great. They, like, I don't know how to like direct them to run away. Wondering if there's a port nearby that I haven't explored. By the way, that's a chest that I've already discovered, in case you're curious. I've also encountered some problems with like leaving a port and immediately a pirate leaves and then they engage me in combat. Behemoth, firing the cannons wasn't even necessary, just sailing by us caused a huge amount of damage to our ship. Okay. Interesting. We'll have a quick look at the trade. See if we can sell our... Yeah, so we can sell our salt here. Looks like they sell some stuff too. What are they selling? White sugar. Oh. So how come we can't auto sail from here? It looks like everything is not okay here. Maybe it's because Las Palmas is like a lower state city. I'm not sure. I can't buy a trade route here, so yeah, we'll just sail from here. I can't remember what I was doing exactly. Was I buying agate? The ship's aging is getting increasingly severe. So apparently ships age. I guess that's what that gray bar at the top left was. I've been wondering what that was. I wonder if maybe there... I see an island over here. I wonder if there's a... Oh no, that's not an island. That's just some of the map that I didn't uncover. I was wondering if maybe there was a town there that I hadn't discovered. So we'll have to figure out, maybe we can buy a new ship or upgrade this ship. This is our general place. I guess one thing I was looking at getting was oil paintings. Was that at Genoa? Is that the thing? Like, I actually kind of forgot what I was doing here. Hold on. Hardware. Yeah. So the only place we know of buying and buying oil paintings is Genoa. So if we want to upgrade Andrew, then we should do that. Not that that's necessarily a priority, but like, you know, this kind of highlights something I like about the game is like setting your own pace and your own kind of quests. I think the one thing I really would like to show off, I don't know if I have got time, is the expeditions. They're basically kind of a hex crawl style of game where you're, you know, visiting different locations and like trying to find either treasure or interesting places, and you know, like there's a lot going on there, and it's pretty cool. It's almost like a board game, but yeah, I haven't been they're also quite tough. You need to really kind of level up your adventurers before you can really tackle them. There's even like dungeons, I think, because I've noticed some interesting locations in those hex crawls that look dungeon-y. Okay, so we have a bookstore here. I wonder if is there anything... Oh my god, look at all the stuff they've got here. They've got a ton of nautical charts here. I am very tempted to just buy all of those. And then this one, these will improve our tech, perception. I'm very tempted to just buy all of this. Travel records about the Eastern world written by Marco Polo. Teach skill treasure, teach skill Portuguese. So these teach languages, and then some of these improve the stats of some of our characters. Well, let's buy all of these and see how much money I have left. It's gonna be negative 70,000. That's quite a lot. We can improve our perception, and I don't know about treasure. Acquisition conditions. Interesting. I wonder if we learn new languages, if that opens some doors. Well, let's buy all of that at the very least, and then we'll go and use some of that. These are, by the way, blueprints. In order to build certain rooms on your ship, you'll need blueprints. Okay, so there's another trade route gained, another trade route, another trade route. This is very much how... Whoa. Okay, from Lisbon all the way to... Where is that? What is that? San Juan. Okay. Wow. So we've just unlocked quite a lot of routes. Is there anything else we can do here? Can we buy some stuff? Oh yeah, we're here to buy paintings. We probably don't have enough money for paintings now. Yeah, they're gonna be... I mean, they're gonna be expensive, but I think we can buy them all. We should just do this every once in a while. Be right back. Okay, I've gone ahead and allocated 10 slots for storing goods. Let's go and buy some.
Prego, dai un'occhiata ai nostri nuovi prodotti.
Always press the wrong button. Okay, that's not too bad. We're not going to be selling at a profit. We're just doing this so that we can train up Andrew. We also have the Commerce Guild here. This is where you can accept contracts for like getting certain goods. And you can see the rewards are pretty good, but you have to really know where to find these things. So like, you know, cotton fabric, that's not a bad one. I could take that one. I don't know where to get diamonds and jewelry just yet. I I don't know if we have the information on cotton fabric. Let me see if I have the knowledge of cotton fabric. I don't even know what kind of good that is. Textile? Cotton. Cotton fabric. Barcelona and Tripoli. So again, I kind of wish I could just... Oh, here we go, port list. Are these in alphabetical? They are, but it's not... I kind of just wish I had a search. Barcelona. There's Barcelona right there. Oh, okay. We pretty much just came from there. Okay, so we could do this. It's not bad. I mean, here's the thing, right? Is like we could take this. We only need to buy 6 of them, but if we're not buying them like really cheap, then it's probably not worth it. But we'll take it. Why not? We can even auto sail there. So let's auto sail there to Barcelona now that we have some more routes. And we'll go and sell our paintings there. And since it's very prosperous right now, the paintings will sell for a very good price. We will not be buying the cotton fabric for a good price though, unfortunately. I guess we could have looked at one of the other options. Okay, so trade center. Buy. So let's sell all of this. So that we made a nice chunk of change there. A contribution is another resource, by the way. Oh god, 143%. Let's look at one of the other options. I cannot abide that price is awful. Okay, textile, cotton fabric, Tripoli. Okay, let's look at Tripoli. Tripoli. I mean, okay, there's Tripoli. We could go to Tripoli, and they're not lucrative right now. Depression. That's great. That's great for us. Let's go to Tripoli. So yeah, once you get these routes, definitely it speeds the game up a bit. In the meantime, you're going to be doing a lot of traveling around landmass and visiting every single town you see. And that might sound a little tedious, but it's kind of nice. You know, you pick up goods when you see them, low, and you'll fight pirates that, mean you harm, and you can take on some bounty missions, and maybe you'll get lucky, and you can do expeditions. It's, the beginning of this game, and I very much am still in the beginning, is just kind of fleshing out the world and figuring out where things fit. And then later, you can actually establish a little bit. Wow, your prices suck for you guys being in a depression. Let's just say that much. I guess we didn't need to buy all that. Oops. I wonder what I should have paid better attention to the price. So let's go back to Barcelona. Oh, Barcelona is no longer in a boom. There's a lot of stuff in this game. Oh yeah, you can establish guilds, by the way. It's one of the ways that you have to improve, like if you want to improve the town or city of certain places. Like I've built a trade guild in Lisbon. I found out later that this was not something you want to do early, by the way, because you have to invest a lot of money. But by doing so, you increase or improve the perks of that town, such that like you open up new avenues for like making money and potentially just improving your own progression, your own way of doing things, like trading, ship sailing, improving your ship, stuff like that. Okay, so let's go back to our trade center, and we will go ahead and sell all of this. Oh right, you guys are also selling that, so you don't want that. Oops. Oh, but you do want... Sorry, I came back here not to sell the oil paintings. No. Where am I? Oh, sorry, I'm doing the wrong thing here. Commerce Guild. Submit contract. What do you mean? Did I not take the contract from here? Oh god, I'm completely messing this up. Where's our quest? Side quest. I really wish that the screen was a bit better with a controller. Bounty quest. Commodity delivery. Where is that? See, this is one of those things that I'm not a huge fan of. Okay, Genoa. All right, we found it. We're going back to Genoa again. I wish the interface was just a little bit better. The tutorial is actually a nightmare. It really just doesn't explain anything. Like, it's something simple like how to assign a captain. There's a lot of screens and it's really easy to get lost in, so you'll have to forgive me for getting a little bit lost even now. Okay, it doesn't, point you to this, so here we go, deliverable, and this will finish that off. We'll get a bit of money, and look, we got some reputation, basically, is how I see that in Genoa. So let's have a quick look at how to spend the reputation. So we can go here. This is where we get bounty quests if we want them. I rarely actually, I've actually never completed these because I never know where to go. I know it tells me right there, but unfortunately, because you have to uncover the name of the sea, unless you have like an actual working geography, which I don't. I'm very ignorant, so I guess that'll benefit you quite a bit. But what we can do here is go to permits, and if we have more reputation, we can do things like, okay, golden artware trade permit. So that'll open up this this location for buying artware, golden artware, I should say. So that means that there's trade here that we don't have access to just yet. This is how you establish a guild. Basic guild investment, increase max guild investment, tax exemption. So this means that trading, like selling things here, will be cheaper because we won't have to pay taxes on it. Very expensive to get that, but then again, we're not spending money, so that's pretty nice. So yeah, there's a lot going on in this game. There's a lot of game, right? Like, this is, I suspect I'll be playing like just this one campaign for 30 hours, just in how it's paced and how big the world feels and how much there is to do. There's a lot of treasures to find, a lot of landmarks to discover. And then there's 3 other campaigns, each with their own storyline. It is the same world, of course, but those other captains also have perks that make certain parts of the game more enticing. So like one of them is geared towards combat and one of them is geared towards trading. I'm doing a lot of trading because I like trading, but this character is admittedly way more geared towards adventuring and discovering. So like you can even tell that in their character screen, like adventure spirit increases the XP gained from sailing. Reduces the amount of XP required for upgrading characters that are below Andrew's level, and discovering new ports grants local contributions. That means we already gain like some reputation whenever we discover a new port. So he's very much geared towards like let's explore the world. That doesn't mean you can't do other things. So anyway, Sailing Era. I really like this game, and I'll be playing it a lot in my off time. It's exactly the kind of game I really enjoy. It's got enough sandbox to keep me, invested in the world, but it's got enough story to keep me invested in the characters and like, the progression of the game. And I hope eventually there will be some kind of like end point. The story will come to a close. And maybe I'll report back on what kind of experience that is. But anyway, if you enjoyed this, definitely hit the like button. Consider subscribing for more of this. And if you're considering Sailing Era for yourself, then maybe check out the link in the description. I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.